I don't actually think that way. I genuinely,
no.
It was a genuine question. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. It's a genuine. No, it's a genuine question. Maybe I don't know what's going on here, but like they get defensive. But it was a genuine question. I'm just saying, like, you know, like I'm thinking, I'm a normal guy, okay? Don't know Arabic, don't know nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So there's God, a superior being. Okay, so who created everything? He's probably like a just person, maybe fair person. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So if he's there, like, you know, why would I have to actually try to understand the principles and the ideas and the language and the cultures of certain things? So because you're a Muslim, I'm saying that, and I'm saying, like, if the Jews probably say that as well. Like, Hebrew is the word of God. God's spoken that way. So for me, Hebrew is, I never learned it, I never understood it, I came out from a different mentality. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So in Africa, let's say, okay, we worship trees. Okay, we signify like a tree. I'm giving you an example of a tree, right? So if we actually worshipping a tree, that's how we brought up. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So for me, to know God, I have to understand how the Arabic or the Jewish or the Hebrews are actually conceiving what God reality is. So I have to relate to know exactly what he's saying. I shouldn't relate on the translation. I should relate on the original language. That was my genuine question. I have to rely on the. I can't rely on translation.
Why not? Why not?
Because it doesn't make, for me, on the bottom line, if God is universal, it doesn't make sense. It makes certain races and certain way of life or certain philosophy superior than others, because I'm depending on that. That's my question.
I know your point. I understand your point. But I disagree with this.
Fine. I mean, that's fine.
Sorry, brother, can I just ask, why would one think that it imbues itself with superiority just because it is a language?
Because I'll tell you why. Because you cannot actually, you have to always depend on that. Like, or if I have a question or a perception about something, what do you go? So if I'm a Jew, like, and then the word is written in Hebrew, then something. So if I have any doubt, I have to go into that language and ask that question.
Right. But what is the problem with that process?
Because it makes, first for me, who the creator is, he made me dependent on certain things, like certain cultures, because language is artificial. It's not creation. So if someone says God speaks.
Sorry, what do you mean language is artificial? I'm Shabir, you are?
Jonathan.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure meeting you, sir.
So for me, language artificial is constructed through civilization.
But that would be based on the assumption that it was just a natural process and there was no what we would call a supernatural intervention.
I don't understand, sorry.
No worries, Jonathan. Basically, language learned, you know, as the brother, I'm sorry, your name, brother? Tayyib. I'm Shabir, and that's Jonathan. As Tayyib said, he said the creator says that the colors, were created by the creator, and the prophet said there's no distinction. But the creator further states, if you take that perspective, that languages and colors were both a gift from the creator to humanity. So the question then therefore is this: for me to be able to go on a natural construct, I would have to first presume that there is no intervention from a divine entity.
Okay,
if you follow.
Okay, maybe I'll see it this way. For example, if I am in a different part of the world, what do? I breathe oxygen, right?
True.
We
hope.
No. You know what I'm saying? Different part of the world. There is no a superior type of oxygen.
True.
Do you understand?
I can see what you mean.
Okay. So I have oxygen. I might have my way of breathing. It can have that detail. But at the bottom line is I don't depend on certain type of oxygen to go and ask what's the authority.
Okay.
So let's say that's God.
Let's assume, I understand.
God is being praised by everybody, which is common. Either I am literate, illiterate,
don't matter.
Don't matter. That's commonality.
Okay.
And then that makes sense. Okay, you know what? God is fair because you can breathe, I can breathe, whether I'm educated, I'm strong or not, I can breathe. He exists everywhere, within our breaths, everywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So I can actually signify that. So there is no central authority.
Okay.
There is no central authority that I go to and I depend to. Mainly, I think for me, the first thing, the challenge I have, I always question
I understand,
that.
absolutely.
Is the question I have is, there is an authority. So that authority exists in every religion. It appears in Judaism, the main language, as well as the Buddhism. Anyway. But there is a certain authority that you are going to depend on. And they say like, oh, this is the right way. Do you know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
You have to say that, which is fine.
Yeah.
So, having saying that, when it comes to, like, you're a Muslim, right?
Yes.
So, when it comes to Arab, so non-Arab people, especially not from like Mecca, Medina, like, you know, they're not really ingrained on every level of Arabic culture.
Yeah.
They have to actually, even though they're not, like they brought up in America and they don't know Arabic, they don't know nothing, for them to know God, either they have to accept it blindly, like there's God, believe it, I feel it, or if they have any doubt and questions, they have to depend on the Arabic thing.
Okay. I see what you mean. However, can I? Sorry, brother.
Unfair advantage to the Arab people because he revealed to them the message, right? So they have an unfair advantage.
I wouldn't say it's an unfair advantage, but if I have to depend, that would be unfair on me.
Right. Okay.
Do you understand? If I have to depend on something which is not, like, you know, I don't have no relationship with.
Yeah, I can see your point, Jonathan. But you know what I said earlier on?
Yes.
You talked about air being the same everywhere.
Yes.
Again, that would have to necessarily be understood in the context.
Forgive me, 1 second, I have to interrupt you. I'm not that technical.
No, don't worry.
It's a general.
We are having a conversation.
Yeah, general.
Absolutely, don't worry about it.
The question comes up, like, you know, if I don't understand, I'll tell you.
Absolutely, Jonathan. Don't worry about it. We are all learning.
Yeah.
That's how we will learn, by asking each other. Yeah. But you see, you know, you talked about air right around the world. The issue again would arise that for me to take a particular perspective would necessarily ensure that the Creator gave us all oxygen.
Okay, behind that.
Can you? Yeah.
On top of that,
there's a source of everything.
Okay.
So now the problem is this: that if I sit and I agree with you that look, oxygen doesn't require language. Yeah. The issue then is that if we accept the premise that there is a Creator, well, the Creator is the one who gave us everything.
Absolutely.
Then, logically speaking, for me anyway, I would assume that look, if we start off with the premise that there is a Creator, then the Creator, being the Creator, necessarily would be superior to the creation. Logical, isn't it? We can't be superior to the Creator, the very Creator who created us. It's impossible. Yeah.
Okay.
So
if
then,
there is,
that's it.
Okay.
You see, the crucial question is if
there is,
because if there is, it's a question itself. Then the next question will be, okay, what is the Creator? Now, here is the logic for me that if we talk about a Creator, we are necessarily the creation.
Okay.
Well, if we are necessarily the creation,
I understand you very well. So there's a commonality, and for that commonality, there's a Creator.
Absolutely.
And then,
based on that assumption that there is a Creator.
And then we ask, what is the Creator? So what are you saying? Okay, go
true.
on.
But now here is a problem. I have a logical wall that I'm going to hit now.
Okay.
Because if I am going to work on that assumption that there is a Creator and the Creator created everything, then necessarily for us to understand what the Creator is, we can't conjure up ideas of what the Creator should be.
Okay.
What do you think?
We can. Here's what I say. I think idea is a very wide thing.
Yeah, of course.
But definitely, I would say there's different angles of approaching the Creator. I would say that it's rather than like there's a Creator. Okay, fine. Okay, we can make an idea. Okay, that's a debate. Like that's
true.
Wider
Something
thing,
to discuss.
much bigger than thing. But maybe beyond me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as a base level, I would say the Creator should be approached with different angles, not on a specific angle.
Can agree.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
Okay.
But the issue is not that we are discussing. What we are discussing is what would the Creator be? Logic would tell me that we can't conjure up ideas of what the Creator ought to be. logic would tell you that the creator ought to tell us what the creator is.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, not worry, Jonathan. Yeah, not worry. Basically, if there is a creator, then logically speaking, the creator is superior to the creation. Logical.
Okay.
There's no way we can deny that.
Okay.
Yeah? Again, on the assumption that there is a creator.
Okay.
And if that to be the case,
Yes.
then logic will further dictate that for us to understand what the creator is, it is only logical for the creator to tell us what the creator is.
I absolutely agree.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Yeah, I do
Now,
agree.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
go on. Okay.
if we take it a bit further, now
Okay.
comes the wall that we are discussing.
Okay.
Because if there is a creator,
Yes.
the creator can only tell the creation what the creator is. However, the next stage then is this. Humanity are diverse. Is
Absolutely.
diverse,
Okay,
yeah?
so diverse, yes.
A multitude of races, a multitude of languages.
Absolutely.
Who gave us all that?
Okay, an assumption.
So
where
on the
it's
assumption
creator.
again, well, it's the creator.
Okay.
But if that is the case, then there is no way the creator would have one language to be more superior than the other, because they all come from the same source.
They're so all equal.
They will be all equal.
Agree.
But now here is a step further we take.
Okay.
If we take it further and we say, right, Jonathan, if me and you were playing do you like football?
No.
You don't like football.
Yeah, but
What
you can
sport
talk
do you
to me
like?
about
What sport do you like?
None. I don't like sports. Okay, but, yeah.
You look like a sporty guy.
I keep healthy, but no.
Ah,
okay.
excellent. Right. Well, let's say, for example,
Okay,
a
you
game
can
of
just give me
football.
that
A game of
assumption.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are sat there. We are watching a game, and suddenly somebody does a tackle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody breaks the leg.
Okay.
The immediate next step would be the physios or whoever, the medical team, going to ensure everything is fine.
Okay.
And if there is a leg break,
Okay.
they will ask for the ambulance to come.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
The ambulance comes, takes him to the hospital, and at the hospital they do whatever is necessary.
Okay.
But you know, the whatever is necessary
Yes.
was a learned process. When originally
Okay,
people
reversing
broke
back
it,
is a learned process.
yeah,
Okay,
it
but
is.
Let's not forget.
Yeah.
It's an example. It's not the
Yeah,
most
of course,
complete
just
example.
No, it isn't.
For what
It's
you're
a-
saying.
yes.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not making your example absolutely
No,
perfect.
absolutely.
So, but the premise is like, let's understand that the stadium, the people sitting there, the game,
Yes.
the injury, and
Yes.
all things are humans' construct.
Absolutely. Agreed. But
Yeah.
here is the...
And they are sort of like, not necessarily agreed upon naturally by everybody.
Agreed.
So, okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But the crucial thing is this, that in the stadium of 100,000 people,
Okay.
there were a multitude of races, a multitude of languages.
Absolutely. I agree.
But they all understood one language, the game of football.
I agree.
But the construct had to be developed
To make them
to that stage where everybody can understand this is what an offside is, this is what a foul is. In other words, a universal process of understanding a particular thing
agree.
was begun.
Can I reverse
Yeah,
that?
of course you can.
So I do agree. Yes,
Yeah.
it has to be that constructed.
Yes.
But still, that laws that are being made there are not necessarily the most superior
No.
superior laws
Absolutely
or the
not.
ultimate laws.
No.
They're not laws that everybody actually adhere to as truths. They're
No.
constructed. Like, listen, this is true according to this, and you gotta sort of like agree with it.
Agreed.
Do you know what I'm saying? If someone completely come out
Yeah,
from a different outside, he's like, let's say, a rugby player.
yeah,
Do you understand?
Yeah, I
Even
see
though
what
he
you
has
mean,
the
yeah.
same commonality as
Yes.
sport and everything,
Yeah.
how that he can get fit and stronger,
Yeah.
he'll be completely doesn't have.
Agreed.
He completely has no clue.
agreed.
that make sense?
Agreed,
Okay.
absolutely, Jonathan. But that is the crucial thing that you have touched on.
Okay.
You see, nothing that we can construct, we can consider to be absolute.
I agree. Okay.
No matter how perfect we get it,
Yes, I
there
agree.
will still be room for improvement.
Absolutely.
But now, in opposition to that, we have a creator. By definition, the creator now, it's crucial for us this question, the creator has to inform the creation of what the creator is.
Yes.
Because we ourselves have already admitted through experience that we are limited no matter how much we progress.
Agree.
Whatever we progress to, we'll still say there is still room for improvement.
Okay.
Now, if we are going to mirror ourselves
Okay.
and base the creator on that, then logically we will agree that there will be a flow.
Again, sorry.
Reverse, yeah? No problem, John. Yeah? If we, in relation to the Creator,
Yes.
yeah? If we now try and develop ideas of what the Creator is based on our understanding,
Okay.
we'll automatically accept that there will be a logical flow in the way we describe the Creator.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
It's not possibly guaranteed. You know why? Because no matter...
Because the fundamental issue
Yes.
is, even though we agree what's Creator, it's a wide perspective what Creator is.
Absolutely, and totally speculative.
Huh?
It would be totally
Yeah,
speculative.
it's like even though, okay, let's say we agree on top there is a Creator.
Yes.
Even that Creator that we call
Yeah.
that Creator.
Yeah.
We agreed on one aspect.
Yes.
What we are disagreeing with so many aspects of that.
Absolutely. Now, logic will tell us that, look, if me and you are having a disagreement, yes, about anything, any subject matter, even if it is what we call humanly constructed, then you've got to agree that we will go to a source.
Yeah, maybe a judge, a higher judge.
Well, whoever.
Okay.
But now, here is a crucial issue I think we need to consider. When we go to a judge in any issue, yes, you will find a multitude of understanding in terms of interpretation.
Yeah, with the judgment.
Why?
Because different perspective, different views.
I totally agree. It would mean, because by definition...
Based on the same law, but...
Absolutely, but different approaches.
Yes.
And those different approaches are entirely based on what you said at the start. Different experiences, different application, etc.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
But then, should we now dismiss the whole of the system simply because we have limited entities agreeing and disagreeing?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right on that one. So here's my issue. Like I mean, the main issue I have, I would ask always is the law.
Yeah.
We can agree there is higher entity.
Yes.
We agree. Let's say
The
a law.
potential, if there is a law, yeah.
And
Sorry. Yeah, sure.
there is a law underneath. There is a law. Like,
Yes.
we can agree on that level, okay? But the issue is that saying a specific law
Yeah.
is right.
Yeah. Well, let's address that for 2 minutes. You see, if I were to tell you killing is wrong,
Okay.
do you agree?
It depends.
Why did you say it depends? We are looking for something that is absolute.
But I'm saying, as I say, it depends.
I
If
agree with you.
Someone.
But can you see, we have already got an issue now. If we talk about an absolute law, then that absolute law has to transcend human understanding.
I do agree. So when what happened is every religion of the language become an absolute language.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
That's my contention.
Yeah.
My contention is not that. So it becomes, if law is not like, we're not going to make it absolute.
Yeah.
So as language, like to be
absolutely.
revered as like, the God's language, that's the God.
Yeah.
We made them absolute. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
I
too?
see what you mean.
Underneath
I
there is
understand.
morality. So
Yes.
okay, without above it, okay, that's what governs morality. We can go to the different aspect, but morality seems to be more common.
Yes.
Commonality, regardless of language.
Yeah.
Than language.
Okay.
Like, so when I'm making the question I was asking was like, would
I
ask
understand.
anybody as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I would ask myself.
Yeah.
Like, I find it puzzling.
Yeah.
Is that the fact that like when a language becomes
Yeah.
absolute, when the language becomes holy, like language is scale language.
Yeah.
When they're actually making that
Yeah.
language scale language
I-
above other languages.
I see.
No, sorry. No, sorry.
No, sorry, later.
When I'm
No, I
making
see what you
that,
mean, yes.
That's my question. If you say
No.
like example, you're Muslim.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. So I say, you know what? You can find God through Arabic language. I don't have no contention with that.
Okay.
But the moment they say that Arabic, I could be generalizing.
I understand.
Okay,
Don't
I
worry
could be
about it. Yeah, of
generalizing.
course.
I might, misquote.
I understand. Don't worry about it.
When they say like, because when they say that Arabic is like, different language, because that's the general thing I hear, not necessarily it's that I can't quote it and they say this person said it.
I see what you
but
mean,
that's why Arabic is special.
Yeah.
Arabic is God's language,
Yeah.
God's spoken language. Just like
Yeah.
as well as Hebrew, they believe
Yes.
that God's spoken language. When they make it scared and different and
Yeah, I understand what you
absolute,
mean. Yeah, I
that's
understand.
my question.
I understand.
I'm saying
yeah.
to myself, okay, if I'm not a Hebrew, if I'm going to the main religions, I'm not Hebrew, if I'm not Greek, or if I'm not a Muslim, if I don't know these Arabic languages, then I'm completely excluded.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So I'm going to come into it. Okay, if someone, three of them religion says to me, you know what, Jonathan, you will find spiritual fulfillment, you'll find God. If you understand Arabic, if you understand the concept of Arabic, and you come into it, you know what I'm saying, you can find that one.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely no
problem with that.
But the moment they say, no, God spoke in that way, so it is perfect. When they say, like, when they make the language, it is the perfect language, it's the ultimate language, it's the scared language. If it's not, you can tell me, I don't know. This is what I hear, you understand?
I understand.
So when they make that, I say to myself, it can't be true, because it's not fair, because first, it's not the majority. Hebrews are the least people, spoken people. Greece are the least people, spoken people, as well as Islam, Arabic came, spread, but Arabic came from its own language. So that makes me question when they have that commonality, saying like, that's the word of God. And I'm saying like, is God not perfect? Why wouldn't he reveal it? Why wouldn't he speak one person, like Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad? Why didn't they pick one person out of Mandarin or language? Why didn't they make, like, you know, the prophet of all Mandarin people?
Agreed. But Jonathan, what you are, the question you have asked actually has the answer within it itself.
Okay.
If for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. If I were to tell you, right, okay, I want you to be the ultimate arbiter. I want you to be the ultimate chooser of which language we should adopt for the whole of humanity. Give me one.
There isn't. There isn't.
There isn't.
There isn't.
So then necessarily two ways out of this. One is we either agree that we will work on the level of chaos, or two, we will agree, why don't we allow the decision to be made by a transcendent source? Which one would you do?
The transcendent source is very wide, as I say to you, like, it's very debatable. It's not ultimate thing.
Why is it debatable?
I'll tell you why. I can actually say I don't want to do this.
No, please do. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sure.
Let's say I can curse the actual transcendent being.
No problem.
And no problem. Do you know what I'm saying to you? I can place it.
Yeah.
No problem.
But that is based on only your understanding.
No. But again, it get wider. Now the point I'm saying to you, like, you know, there isn't a fundamental, basic, grounded agreement. It's like, as I say to you, oxygen. I can say to you, you don't breathe, you die. Let's go. I can say to you right now, right here, right now, I can tell you don't breathe, you die. So I can go to a different part of the world. I can say
same thing.
Yeah, with a different language. I can say to him, listen, no oxygen, you die.
Same
you want to bet?
Absolutely.
It's not debatable.
Absolutely.
We won't debate. You know what I'm saying to you? So on the transcendent level, if that's the case, if there is one thing that agrees with that one, at least on a physical level, I should have something, like, because when I'm cursing, nothing happens. When I'm blessing, nothing happens.
Agreed. But on a physical level, before we reach the physical level, we would have to be at a level which will make us understand that for us to act on a physical level, there would be certain rules and regulations. We agree with that. But you see, the crux of the matter now is this. If me and you come to a realization that, look, as human beings, if we try and choose a particular language, we are going to say, well, we can't think of any that should take precedence over another. Agreed. But now here we come back to that original point we made, that if we work on the assumption that there is a creator, by definition, the creator is a transcendent source. And also, the creator cannot be accused of being racist, for want of a better word, because the creator created all the races. Well, if the creator created all the races and also gave us the physical form that we have, part of that physical form is the necessary use of our organs that create language. Would there be any inferiority and superiority on that level, logically speaking?
As long as I'm dependent on that language, as long as I'm dependent on.
No. Leave the language for 1
yeah.
second.
Yes.
Leave the language out.
Yes.
When you speak, you sound like French.
Everybody says that. Yeah, I'm from
Sorry.
Canada. Yes, sorry.
You're from Canada. I thought you just said you're from East Africa earlier on.
No, originally. But
Originally, all right, excellent. But you are from Canada. Oh, excellent. I'm from Malawi, very near East Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Now let me ask you this. You have got English.
Yes.
You have got Arabic.
Yes.
You have got Hebrew, the ones we are just talking about.
yeah.
When these are being spoken,
Yes.
do we use different organs to speak?
Not at all. Different tonality. Absolutely. We don't.
Why?
I agree with you. Huh?
Why?
We use a different tonality in our voice, but we use the same organ.
We use the same organs, but that
Yeah.
would necessarily mean that whatever language we are using would be equal.
Huh? Yeah, every language will be equal.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, if that is the case,
Yes.
then there has to be some logic behind why, if a creator, a transcendent source,
Yes.
chose a particular language, don't you think?
Not sure about that, because that chosen language is based on humans' opinion.
But the human being,
Yes. Listen, I agree with you on that
Yeah.
level. Okay, let's say we use different language. You see, you bring it to the common level. I do
Absolutely.
agree. So
Yeah.
we use different language,
Yes.
but we use the same tone,
the organs,
the organs or
physical
the
ones.
instrument in your
Yes.
body.
True.
It's very
Yes.
commonality.
Yeah.
On that one, there's actually commonality. There's union
Absolutely.
with that drum
But
thing.
then if-
so the way we tune it's tuning. It's like a
Yeah,
music,
yeah,
right?
of
So
course.
the way
How
we tune it.
Yeah,
It's different.
it's different.
It's very
Absolutely
different,
agreed.
right? So when I am choosing certain tonality
Yes.
of the sounds,
True.
okay, in order
It evokes a different emotion.
a different emotion,
Yeah.
yes. So when I'm depending on to get into something which I'm not familiar with,
Yes.
when I play, it makes me inferior, right?
Why?
Because I'm not that. I'm
Right.
not- because the language, our instrument
Yes.
is natural,
Yes.
but the outcome of the product
Yes.
is man construct.
But here is an issue. What you are saying is actually going against what you are saying yourself.
Okay, go on.
You see, which part of Canada are you from?
Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
There's Quebec as well.
Yeah,
French
part,
speaking.
Yes.
Yeah? Do you speak French?
A little bit.
You do?
Yeah.
You speak English?
Yeah.
Do you have any third language that you speak?
Yeah, East African language.
You do? Which one?
Sirina.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
You are managing to speak in all the different languages, aren't you?
Yes, but I didn't. Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yes.
But these languages,
Yeah.
I wasn't put into that languages. That,
Agreed.
It's the circumstances I was there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like the racial background.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course
all
I
those
understand.
collection brought it. Do you know what I'm saying? So even though like I was in Canada,
Yeah.
it was in Canada. In order for me, like the way it's like me telling me the way you can actually understand yourself is not with English.
I understand.
But with something foreign.
But now, here is what I'm going to ask you,
Okay.
and this is a crucial question, Jonathan, and I want you to think.
Okay.
You gave me three languages,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
French, English,
Yeah.
and the East African
Yeah,
language.
yeah.
Which one is superior?
The one I use the most is superior for me because that's the
Excellent.
one I speak the most.
So you agree that there is a superior language
No,
that
for
you
me, individually.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
you.
yeah.
For you, there is a superior
I
language.
wouldn't say superior. I think superior wouldn't be the right word. Is the language I practiced most, the language I spoke the most.
So if we were to speak Arabic the most, what would happen?
Then it would be Arabic.
Would there be a problem with that?
Not at all.
Now, let's work on that premise. But here, everything we have discussed
Yeah.
would come to zero if we did not base it on the presumption that there is a creator.
I don't understand that part. Sorry.
Yeah, up to now we were assuming there is a creator. What I am saying is that for us to be able to logically approach life in general,
Yes.
we would have to work on the presumption that there is a
We
creator.
don't have to, but we're working now.
No, I'm saying we would
Yeah,
have to work
yeah,
on a
yeah.
presumption.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because to me, and it was a very important question you raised, to be honest with you, Jonathan, yeah?
No,
If
to
I'm
be
sa-
honest with you, it's
Yeah.
not. Let's make this clear. I'm not coming in.
I know.
No. I'm not coming in a perception like that's the way. It's the question I'm asking myself.
I agree,
why.
Jonathan.
Like,
I
don't
agree.
actually don't
I agree,
get it.
genuinely, absolutely.
I myself don't get it.
One day I was sat with my late father.
Okay.
Yeah? And honestly, I was with my father. I had a special kind of relationship, and I used to argue a lot with him about things. Yeah. And one day I told him, I said, look, you know, when we go to the Masjid, the mosque. Yeah. I said, why do we have to wear a cap? Why do we have to wear that? I'm not Arab. Yeah. He says to me, shut up, put it on, and go. Yeah. But I was only 14 or something like that. So but it was a question. Now as I grew up and I started fast forward learning things, I realized, wait a minute, there are many things. If for example I fell in love, I almost inevitably may try and do things that will please the person I love. It's just it's a sort of natural thing,
regardless of the morality, right?
Exactly.
Or wrong,
We just we just do it. No. Thank you so much. I needed that, brother.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
I'm good. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Go and tell me.
Okay.
What you say is
I was saying. No, you have to drink as well. So I'm thinking, well, why? When I love somebody, I would be able to do that. Now, if I came across, and we see it commonly in life, you will find that if the late Michael Jackson wore a particular kind of cap, next day they will all sell out. Why?
It's a religion. It's a religion.
Why?
For me, it's a religion,
we human beings seem to be we seem sometimes, but sometimes we are also we seem to be attuned towards doing certain things and then thinking after.
I agree.
But that is how it works. But here is what I am saying. Look, if we take the approach of a presumption, the language is a problem, the dressing is a problem. I used to ask the same question, why? But then as you...
But the reason I say that, that sort of approach is one thing, you understand what I'm saying to you? But like, I don't have no issue with sometimes accepting things you don't even understand.
True.
So there's a lot of things I don't understand.
There is so many things.
I don't have no issue with that.
Absolutely.
I do that myself in a daily life.
Absolutely, everybody does.
The question what presumption is, everybody's on a different level, and every level doesn't interact with every level. So having said that, the question I'm raising is, I tend to see a big issue, even more disagreement and losing of identity of humans because of these situations.
I would agree with you. However, I do also think that there is another side to this. So if just to sum it all up, if we look at language, you see in the courts of law in any country, whether it's Canada, America, wherever, you will find that when there is a very important case on a particular issue, it goes to the Supreme Court judges.
Agree.
And those judges may not all agree on the judgment.
1 second.
Sure. They will all agree on the judgment, but you know what? You will have what are known as dissenting opinions of the judges themselves.
Agree. Second opinion, like of the translation of the main law.
No. For example, if you've got 5 judges, and they were all supposed to be ruling on a particular issue, they will all agree with the final judgment, but how they arrived at it may not be the same. But you know, logic dictates that we are all different human beings with different understanding, so logically that is bound to happen. Now, here is the crucial issue. If there is a language that is being adopted for the understanding of human beings,
I wouldn't accept that. So no, I'm just saying.
I understand, but if I can just finish.
Sorry, my bad.
No, not to worry. So if a language is adopted by human beings for a greater understanding to arrive at for the benefit of society, would that be wrong?
What was the question again? What was the question?
Sorry, you will not be able to. We'll have to repeat everything we've been discussing right now.
The last question, if there is a language which is, you can correct me.
Sure.
If there is any language which is designed to be the betterment of the people, would that language be accepted?
Would it be a problem?
Would it be a problem?
If there was a language chosen
for
the betterment of the people.
There is a language.
If language was adopted, which when considered
by the people,
it has to be
one language for all of the people.
By the people.
So one language adopted
by
the rest of the people.
So
that means that it's equal to everyone. That means everyone has to learn that language. Or is it a language that belongs to someone and they say, oh, this is our language?
Right. Okay. Let's just make.
Or is it a new language?
Yeah. No. We were talking
Is it
about
a new language?
No, brother. We were talking about a decision in a Supreme Court, and what we were considering is if they.
Sorry, I got into the wrong.
I told you.
No, I thought you talked about the
Yeah.
thing itself.
No, not yet. Yeah. So we find that they are dissenting voices. So there are 5 judges, but logic dictates that if we are all of different understandings, we will arrive at a different situation.
Okay.
But the judgment is still agreed upon
About 5 people.
by the 5 judges. Yeah. The question is this: if you have got what we call minority dissenting voices, they are overruled by the majority voices. Yeah. That's how democracy loosely works. Okay. The issue there is this, that whatever we say or do, we've got to agree and accept that we are going to use some form of language medium to arrive at understanding.
Yes.
The question then goes one step further.
Yeah.
If I had a language which gives me the facility and flexibility to be able to arrive at an understanding which will be of a maximum benefit to humanity, would I choose it?
If there is?
Yes. But for us to accept or understand whether there is, we would have to do the necessary research.
I don't agree. That's a good question.
Good question.
Yeah.
Now, amazingly, Jonathan, quite a few years back in France, the origin of language and its discussion was actually banned.
It's banned?
It was banned to discuss it.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Okay.
but amazing. Yeah. Now you wonder, why would you want to ban something? Yeah. But it was creating issues. But the amazing thing is, like I just said earlier on, that if we came to know about something like that, then logic will dictate that if we are able to ask the necessary question that you asked earlier on, then it becomes incumbent on us to be able to try and establish whether there is a language like that.
Yeah, I think.
And that,
I see. Yeah, I agree. If there's a language like that, so I think we're going too wide. But
not to worry.
We're going too wide.
Part of
but,
discussion.
My first of my question. Okay, there's a question, but like okay, there's a language, but that language which people say too. That's where I kind of like thin line. I'll just like it's like thin line. It's gonna be like more of like like English. Like, we accept English how it is, but the Red Indians didn't speak English. The Americans didn't speak English.
Yeah.
The Europeans as well as
most don't.
Yeah. Also the African countries they didn't speak English, and it become a monopoly, and it becomes a language, accepted language, and after that you have to depend on Oxford University, right?
Yeah.
So to
I see what you mean. Yeah. The dictionaries.
Yes, but so it makes one authority a central government. Where really and truly you can actually you have your own language before.
Absolutely.
No, I'm just saying
I agree.
That's the main point I'm saying. You have your own language, you have culture, but it makes certain people, certain individuals with English. They say, I'm English guy.
I understand.
So that parameter goes on different levels as well. So
I can see what you mean.
Language. So
do you know what? The point, just to finish, the point you have made, Jonathan, is so important. You are absolutely right. You know, for example, English, it just became a monopoly. And now, whenever we needed to try and understand something in greater detail, we had no choice but to rely on whatever source, i.e. the dictionaries, etc. that came. But you know how I look at it? Honestly, Jonathan, and I would kindly suggest this. When I look at that, I think this is amazing. Yeah? This is a language, this is not what I would consider to be my mother tongue. But it is a beautiful language. But then that should be the case of my language and any other language. And I love learning languages because to me they are all unique, they are amazing. But as you rightly pointed out, in every language you will have the scholar circle. And they have developed the language to a certain extent that if we started reading, we think this is not the language that I know, because it has been refined to such an extent. But in the final analysis, my view is that every language is superb, every language is beautiful. Yeah. If you look at the legal element, you find that certain ways of using language, yeah, are different in the legal context as opposed to a normal way of talking. Yeah, but we would arrive necessarily at an issue that I brought up just before our friend came in about the language.
Yeah.
Now, if we now know that, look, there may be that, then it becomes incumbent on us to try and see which one that is.
Yeah, I agree. It was good. But for example, what really struck me, it's not necessarily relevant to
I
this, but
understand.
so for example, in Hebrew,
Yes.
like if I ask you a question, say to you like, you know, your past is before you or behind you?
Right.
What would you say?
My past is before me
or behind you?
or behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Which one
like
would you say?
generally flies back to front. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So you would
Yeah.
say, no, the past is behind me.
That's how
but
one
in
would say.
Hebrew,
Yeah.
In Hebrew,
It's the other way.
The past is in front of you.
It's the other
But
way,
you can
yeah.
see the past, but
Absolutely.
I cannot see the future.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
me, if I'm not a Hebrew speaker,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
We can
And,
misunderstand it.
Yeah, I completely get it completely wrong.
But-
so I have to go and refer to a Hebrew. What
Yeah.
do you mean
Yeah.
by that? And you
True.
have to explain this. Oh, but as a Hebrew,
Yeah.
we see things this way and you think that way. So
yeah.
that makes certain people me dependent among the Hebrews.
But you know what I say to that, Jonathan? If I came to, and this is a difference
Yeah.
that we might agree and disagree on. If I had to find out and I had the ability to go to the source,
Yeah.
I would be over the moon. Do you know why? Because I have just learned something that I needed to learn.
Yes.
What I would not do in under any circumstances is feel, inferior
Yeah.
and
Because
approach
I
it.
see that. To be honest,
Why?
that could be a human product.
I think
no,
so.
here's the thing. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say.
No,
and claim
please,
it's
please.
this
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that. So it can be a human product.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what is when you're going back to the actual scriptures.
Yeah.
Like it may not even say that.
It doesn't.
Completely different.
Absolutely
You know what I'm saying?
different, yeah.
In every religion, whatever
Yes.
probably say that, it can be a human construct.
Yeah.
Over time, this big crazy.
Yeah.
But I see that a lot of things when
Yeah.
it comes to, listen, you're not the expert. You
Yeah.
don't speak the language.
Yeah. The usual.
Yeah,
they come out with, yeah.
you're not a reader. And
Yeah.
then, yes, but if it was with English, and it was written in English,
Yeah.
I can actually bum. So
Yes.
instead, I have to jump another hole.
Yes. Just to try and come back to where you are.
Yes.
I
So
know
that was
what
the
you
question
mean.
I asked him.
Yeah.
I genuinely
True,
at first,
true. I
that
know,
was my
I know.
genuine
I
question.
can see, I can
say to him, like,
Okay, do you know what maybe, Jonathan? There's a very famous story that was told, about understanding, This fellow is a sheep herder, and he's doing his usual, and then he came time for lunch, and he was sitting down and eating, and he was saying to himself, supplicating to the Creator, saying, you know what, if you're here, I would have massaged your legs.
Yeah.
If you're here, I would have combed your hair.
Okay.
Now, coincidentally passing by was a chosen messenger of the Creator, Moses.
Okay.
And he's listening to this and he's thinking, that's not the description of the Creator. What is this guy doing?
Okay.
The poor guy is a simple fellow. He knows about his sheep and he's imagining the Creator.
Okay, conception, okay.
And so he goes on, he's saying, if you're here, I would brush your hair,
Yeah,
I would
okay.
massage, put
Yeah.
oil in it. And the prophet here is saying no.
That's not the case.
So he goes to him and he says, this is not the description of the Creator. So he's sort of telling him, look, you got it wrong.
Yeah.
Just then, there's a communication that comes to the prophet Moses in which he is told, don't stop my slave from worshipping me the way he does. In other words, look,
Everyone his own way of worship.
according to his understanding,
Okay.
he was doing what he thought was right.
Okay.
Don't go and stop him and disturb him.
Okay.
Your understanding, thankfully, is higher.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that his is inferior.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it is. So there are many, as you pointed out, there are many routes. Okay. But to me, the questions you have asked are the most important ones. But in order for us to fulfill our own concerns, we need to search for the answers.
Absolutely.
Jonathan, it was a pleasure. If anything was said, do forgive me.
No, you
if
didn't say
untoward.
anything. Everything
a
you
pleasure
said for me
meeting
for
you,
my
Jonathan.
lesson. I just only have questions, man. I don't have no answers.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right,
you so much.
cool.
Look after
Pleasure,
yourself. Yeah. Bye.
Brothers and sisters, we have purchased a property to establish a masjid in the capital of Norway. By supporting our masjid, you will inshallah gain the reward for gifting Islam to our community. Imagine the children memorizing the Quran, the lines filling up for the prayers 5 times a day, the non-Muslims discovering the beauty of our deen. Subhanallah, all of that reward can be yours for a small donation. Allah said, believe in Allah and His Messenger and donate from what He has entrusted you with. So those of you who believe and donate will have a mighty reward. And the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever builds a masjid for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. Click the link to help and